So Catalina, again, is about a little over 25 years in age. Where the original concept of the company was very straightforward. It was the idea to be able to communicate to a customer promotions, incentives, advertising, other information based upon consumer purchases. And that could be done based on either one of two ideas, either transactional or historical. Transactional, as the name implies, based upon the things that you're buying in the basket. So that concept started, again, 25 years ago in the U.S. We had several clients in the early days, one Ralph's Grocery Company in Los Angeles, Dominic's in Chicago, and also the giant food stores that's part of the Ahold division now in Maryland. And those companies put that technology in, which is a personal computer. It's connected to the point of sale, to the EPOS system in the retailer. And then based upon the items that are being purchased in that transaction, the Catalina printer, which is a separate printer than the EPOS printer, can print out marketing information. In most cases, it's usually a discount offer for products for that consumer. About 15 years ago, we started as a company using loyalty cards as a method to capture historical data, and therefore not just based upon what you're buying today, but based upon what you've purchased over time. So Catalina manages one of the largest loyalty databases in the world. It currently, in the US market, it's about 600 billion rows of data, that's with a B. In one database, it represents about 190 million consumers and the 3 years of purchase history that they have against the items they purchased in those retail stores. Now, we'll say Catalina is very proud that we're able to then use that data to provide, again, these offers and discounts to customers. But we do that without ever knowing the consumer information itself. So in other words, we do not know any privacy data. We do not know their name, we do not know their age or where they live, the type of car they drive, any other personally identifiable data. All we know is the card number that is used by that individual consumer. That same process is used not just in the US, but also throughout Europe. So we're in 8 countries throughout Europe today, including the UK, France, Italy, Germany, and are now moving throughout Holland and the Netherlands areas with many retailers in that location. So many of the major grocery retailers that you would know by name. And then we also have a business in the Far East in Japan. And we do have about 2,500 stores operational in Japan. Catalina actually acquired a U.S. company by the name of Incentives about 6 months ago now, and we launched our internet business, which is the intention of that business is to reach customers that have not in the past utilized our print type of solutions that we have. So again, we have around between 45,000 and 50,000 retail stores installed with our print technology in the check stand. We have then looked at the business opportunity to get into the digital arena. So we acquired an organization and it launched actually within the last few months. That business actually went live. You can actually find it at www.couponnetwork.com. And at that site today, there is one specific piece you can do. You'll have several others over the next few months, but today what you can do on the site is if you go out there, you're able to see about 50 or 60 offers that are available to you as a customer that you can print a coupon using your home printer. And that coupon will be good for the item. So you'll go to the site, you'll see an offer for a traditional product out there from many of the major consumer packaged goods companies. You can click on that offer and actually print the coupon and then take that to the retail store. Or in some cases, as an example at Target, who is one of our clients here in the US, you're actually able to use that coupon and purchase the product directly on their website. Now, as more grocers begin to do online capabilities of either ordering merchandise and having it delivered, or for you to order it and pick it up at the store, we believe that much of those coupon data will begin to be utilized in that arena. But today, one option, which is to do the printing at home.
Okay.
Over the next few months, we'll be enhancing that as retailers' technology allows us. Our goal is to offer completely electronic capability. so that as a customer, if you have a loyalty card for any of the major retail businesses, you'll be able to use that card and register the card on the site, and therefore when you click on the offer that you desire, it will be automatically saved to your loyalty card. And then when you go to the store to go and make your purchases, if you buy the item that you have clicked on the offer, you will receive the savings instantly right at the check stand through the electronic discounting features that are in the point of sale register. The number one challenge actually is the number of people, is getting consumers to go to a destination site to do that. The second item is getting the brand's interest in participating in that. Catalina is very proud as a company. We generate close to 5 billion coupons a year in the U.S. marketplace alone. And when you look at the internet, while it is a place that many people go, it is not a place that large quantities of people go to get coupons. So we are challenged on getting a volume at a level appropriate to be able to truly get a mass activity from these consumer companies to bring their merchandise and services online today. So it really is competing against our existing business, which is very challenging on getting the number of consumers. As I mentioned before, the 250 million customers that go through the check stands that Catalina has, again, I'm using US numbers only today, but through those check stands, if I compare that to the internet, there are no companies out there that have an internet site that deliver 250 million people a week to their website. This doesn't exist. Some of the biggest ones out there are 30, 40 million customers, is a very large site itself, into the Amazons and others. So if you get a 50 million person site, let's say, that would only be 1/5 the volume that Catalina generates through our traditional service. So that's the biggest challenge, is how do I get brands to participate, and how do I get customers to agree to go to the site, so that I can get the manufacturers and the marketing people to agree to move their marketing monies away from TV and print services onto a digital solution.
Okay. You mentioned Amazon.
Yes.
Is Amazon a competitor or a client?
They're not, neither really. Yeah, they are a seller of merchandise. We don't use our technology or work with them today on anything on their end. Our primary focus has been traditional supermarkets, drugstores within the U.S., and we're beginning to look at Europe for the drug opportunities that are there, and into the mass merchants. As I mentioned, Target is a client, also Kmart here in the U.S., and we're beginning to look at those opportunities in Europe and again into the Far East.
How does social fit in all this?
Good question. Social is in its infancy from Catalina's standpoint. We are still, as a company, trying to determine the best way for social to assist us in our marketing goals. Today, as I mentioned just a few moments ago, the largest volume of our company is generated using a traditional print at check stand, because everyone has to go through the store if you're going to buy items. So it's something that you as a customer, you are not required to change your normal process of going to the store. You go to the store, you buy your products, you go to the check stand, the cashier scans your groceries, and you receive your change back and any offers from Catalina. So you never had to do anything different. As you get into digital, you're requiring customers to do something they normally didn't do. Go to a website before you go to the store, or go on your mobile and look at offers that are available and do that. Social requires even more change in consumer activity. But what we're beginning to see is that there are a set of consumers that are very much interested in social capabilities. For example, we're having some of our retailers that are saying, can you help me drive customers to my website, to, in this case, maybe it's a Facebook page. And so the question is, can you print offers with your Catalina printer that alert customers that thank you for using your 50-cent discount that we've given you, but for additional savings, go to www.facebook.com/ and they put their Facebook page out there. And then they get customers that will come back every few days to see what other kind of savings and services. They're setting up execution sites for meal planning and other information pieces that are there. So we're in the very early stages of that. But we do believe, again, there will be a set of consumers. It won't be broad, but it'll be a set of consumers that are very interested in having a social capability of understanding, how to do meal planning, how to do recipe services. Well, how can I fix dinner for my family under $20 US or something like that? And again, those kind of businesses are things, if we can get customers to go there, it's an opportunity for us as a company to market to them.